Welcome to Malpais, the no gate, no friends and all loot hell zone. Once again we get a patch notes and nobody wanna read it, so I took the time to read it for you and explain it in a way that it should be explained. So capsuleers, buckle up your harness and grab your favorite filament, because ISK-makers just dropped the back door to the most isolated, unfriendly and mysteriously profitable place that we've seen in a long time. Yeah, I know, it sounds like fine wine, but what it actually is Cobalt Edge, Angry Cousin. A full region of cut-off space ruled by rogue waste seeker drones, no stargates exist, corrosive air and loot just sitting waiting for someone dumb enough to grab it. Now Malpais is made up of 15 constellations, 102 systems, and not a single one has security level above. You're definitely going to die here. You cannot jump in from a gate, you have to build your way using Spartal Rift filaments, and we all love those. So yes, it is remote, it's dangerous, and it feels like a galaxy's worth of do not enter signs all lit up at once. If you look up here, region west battlecruisers and below medium small fleets, south has battleships and below medium large fleets, and the north has destroyers and below mostly small fleets. It's like a PvE theme park with ship class gates and full sandbox consequences. Bringing the wrong tonnage and you're not even allowed on the ride. The new mechanics, the corrosive dust, it's a time limited tourism. So here is the spicy part. You stay in Malpai too long and your ship starts melting. Literally. 1 hour inside the region and your ship starts taking continuous damage until you leave. Stealth modules, well, they will burn fuel 10 times faster during this corrosive dust. And cloaky boys, good luck out there. This turns Malpai into a hit and run loot zone. You're not living here. You're visiting and escaping with a limp. The waste seekers in Malpai are weaker than on the outside counterparts, and they do not warp scramble you. Yeah, you heard that right. This means that you can YOLO in, blast them, grab loot and warp out, if you're quick. Some anomalies even have damaged waste seeker gathering points, where enemies are really weak. Loot is plentiful and risk versus reward is through the roof. This area sounds extremely good. If you don't play the game now, this is kinda what we're waiting for, or like was hoping for. We also have some kind of system spotlighting. If you destroy too many anomalies in a short time, the system will ping the galaxy. You will become visible on the star map for anyone with eyes and a warp drive. It's perfect if you want to attract PvP or bait people into a trap, or just say, hey, I'm farming here, in the loudest way possible. The waste seeker also have a bounty buff. Now Concord knows you're risking it all by flying high value loot in Malpai. So if you go in loaded, your bounty rewards scale up based on the cargo that you're carrying. Excluding, of course, pinpoint fibers, because Nettie said no cheese farming. There are 7 bounty tiers depending on how spicy your hold is. More loot in your cargo means bigger bounty multipliers. Die with loot on board? That is a you problem. The waste seeker research data. Kill waste seekers and there's a chance to loot waste seeker research data. Bring those back to earn LP or merit points. But here's the catch. If your ship blows up in Malpai with the data on board, it is gone. No recovery. It would be kinda nice if we actually lost LP never mind. Malpai is also a structure-free zone. You can't build here. There's no citadels, no corp station, no drop-off points. Malpai is fully controlled by waste seeker drones, and that's not changing anytime soon. It is wild space. It's kinda like the Wild West, and you're not welcome to settle. Everyone is anonymous, except when you're not. So there is no broadcast center, no capsuleer list. The local show only a question as population. Unless someone sends a manual broadcast, you will not know who's with you until it's too late. The only thing you will see is fleet members and blue contacts. Everyone else is ghosts. So trust no one and fly paranoid. And as always, the ore and planetary resources, is basically Kalevala copy-paste with C-70 gas clouds. Planet harvesting is possible, but it's not worth it here due to structure, lockout, and exit risk. I'm gonna say it again, you're not settling here. You're pillaging and you're running. So maybe Malpai is not your new home, but it is your new heist zone. You go in with the clock ticking, you snatch as much loot as you can, and you run like Concordia's flag you've read. This is one of the most exciting, punishing, rewarding PvE concept Eve Echoes have introduced in a while. And if they add structure anchoring or PvP incentive later, it could kinda become like a lawless paradise. But right now, it's a loot runner's dream, a trap for greedy, and a playground for smart capsuleers who know when to GTFO. Now you thought Malpai was just a spooky region with melting ships and broken stargates. Not really. This patch is bringing tech upgrades and sneaky warp tricks and loot squeezing tools. It's kinda like straight out of a sci-fi heist movie. Here is what you need to know to slip in, grab the goodies and escape with style. If you want to enter or exit Malpai, you are gonna need the filaments. There is small, medium and large ones. There is the northern Malpai. As I said, destroyers or frigates. We got the western Malpai. Now battle cruisers are here. We also have the southern Malpai, which is battleship tier combat. Now you can buy these filaments on the market. It supports up to 4 players. So what exactly is gonna happen in here? Well, if you got the loot and you're probably half dead, then what? The homeward rift filaments is your get me out of here button. It also has a catch. First off, you got the homeward 1, 2 and 3. The first one warps you to random low sec in Empire space. The second one is the same as the first one. And the third one sends you back to where you started your expedition, so basically home. Now, if you're carrying too many valuables when you trigger one of these rifts, you might be broadcasted on local. That is right, your ship lights up on the radar like a Christmas tree. So do we have any cloaked campers here? Light them up. Also launching after maintenance on May 21, they will introduce the Target Analyzer system. It's a special module that boosts your chances of loot drops when you get the final blow on a ship. This is kinda the greedy killer meta, and I'm actually ready for it. There are 3 models for it. The experimental one, which you can buy with LP, and the Scholar one that drops from Waste Seekers, and the SOE one, which is blueprint drops from Waste Seeker that you build yourself. We also have analyzers. We got the Target Module Analyzer. It has a higher chance of modules dropping from your victims. We have the Target Cargo Analyzer, which have better chances of their cargo surviving the wreck. And we have the Target Structure Analyzer, and this will boost the odds of leaving behind a wreck. So this is great for salvagers or cleanup crews. And also these do not stack, only the player with the final blow gets the effect. So yes, kill stealing is officially meta again. I just wish we could have it in high sec. We also get back the Starry Night. During this limited time event, you will be able to take on mission chains from the encounter bulletin board. You can choose between 3 different tiers and complete up to 4 tasks at a time. You will likely earn rewards themed around the mountain and the sea. It is actually unclear what the mountain and the sea is, because this is also space. But hey, missions are missions. Now if you ask me, then this update pushes Eve Echoes deeper into its weird sandbox roots. You're not just flying ships, you're navigating hostile regions with timed mechanics, avoiding detection, calculating your own risk, and choosing escape methods, like a thief in a sci-fi movie. You're now fitting modules specifically to manipulate loot drops and fighting over final blows. Is it grindy? I think this is grindy. Is it a smart sandbox design? It kinda is. It's gonna be fun though to see people with homeward rifts with like 500 million ISK in the hold. That's gonna be fun to hunt. Not only that, you guys see, it's like a wall of text. It's not a patch note, it's more like a Bible. So insurance got buffed. After years of us telling how losing a ship feels like losing a kidney, they rolled out some big updates to insurance before, and It's kinda simplified, it's smarter, and it's still a little bit sketchy. You no longer need to calculate your value of your nanocores. You don't need to calculate the rigs, the kitchen sink, or the weird modules. The systems now does it all cleanly. Regular ships has a flat 30% payout. The capital starts at 50 and drops 5% per cap lost in the last 30 days. The super capitals has the same, it's 50% but drops 10% per loss and bottoming out at 40. Now no more waiting 3 months for your claim either, just wait 12 hours. I think I remember this from the last patch note. I'm pretty sure they said exactly the same thing. But they're also phasing out insurance discounts for cheap weapons, modules and rigs under 1 million ISK. You might wonder why. That is because insuring cheap junk isn't helping the market. So by dropping discounts for low tier gear, capturers will not spam claims on trash. The market demands increases and you might actually be able to sell those items again. This is actually very smart. This means that more stuff is getting lost in the game. This is exactly what we need. Now the same as the last patch notes, the Dormant Realm keeps its discount system. And that is of course first loss of the week is 33% full premium. The second one is 66 and third one and beyond is full price. So I'm sorry. If you're dying that often, I'm just sorry. The Concord ships also hasn't changed. Now this one is interesting. Insurance acquisition system. Dynamic pricing for market nerds. Guess that's me. When a module has too many pending insurance orders, you know, because everyone is dying with the same thing, the prices goes up. Now here's how. Insurance will offer more ISK to get the item off the market. Backlogged claims means higher payouts from 100% to 150% of the base value. And if nothing gets fulfilled, insurance buys item at market range and destroys them after payout. Yes, they actually destroy the item. It's kinda amazing. It's like a sacrificial ritual. So RIP modules. This is gonna be awesome. Also, the Sun Chaser navigation system now features actual navigation. How long have we asked for this? Now the new engine feature make it so that you can jump to any star within 3 light years. Not just ITCs or fleet mates. Just pick a star in the star chart, hit jump to system and wait. The preheat time is 2 to 4 minutes and you can still fly it while it warms up. But do not warp, dock or jump because then it cancels. There is some jump restrictions too. No jumping from nullsec into highsec or lowsec. You cannot jump to a system with a jammer tower and the target system must be security level 0 or higher. There is no more fatigue spikes. The new Sun Chaser engine feels like a regular jump drive. The induction beacon option in the star charts show you your new jump range. It is also smoother and less restrictive and way more useful than before. Honestly, the Sun Chaser finally feels like it's worth the space it takes in your hull. So far the patch quietly lays out a foundation for stronger economic systems, smarter risk-reward balance and actual usability in capital logistics. It tells us that they're trying to get more gear circulating through destruction and trade. They want to balance the death with utility and not just punishment. And most importantly, they're making navigation tools that do not suck. Now we just need insurance tokens as tradable commodities or better UI for the map and maybe, just maybe, an update that includes the word fun. But that's not all. We have gone through insurance, quantum modules, the rift mechanic and navigational witchcraft. But now it's time for the meat and the potatoes. The balance changes. This is the stuff that quietly shifts the meta. It breaks your favorite fits and makes you say, wait, when did the Garma get good again? There are some chip changes. Now the Force Auxiliaries and the versatile assault chips have changed the jump drive from 3 to 5 light year to 4 light years. Dude, this is horrible to read. But this is good because now your logistic alt can follow you one jump deeper into regret. Now the Lucent Moon class shield resistance bonus is now base, no skill required. So finally we can use the Lucent Moon without having a PhD in support skills. The Bombard battleships have mass 5% and defense 20%. They tank harder, they turn slower, and they scream louder when webbed. The Nightmare class has +1 low slot and 12% power grid. Dude, Nightmare is awesome now. Slap on a damage mod and go wild. The Interdictors and Tactical Destroyers has +1 low slot, 11% defense and 10% power grid. The Mordor Legion ships, the Garmor, Orthos and Barghest, scan res is up, the signature radius is down, so harder to hit, faster lock and deadlier hunters. The Janjong tech gets even weirder. The Janjong armor and shield reconfiguration modules will get shield penalties -25%. The armor buffs +25%. And for remote armor, drone repair 600% from 500%. Now they finally did it, missiles got the boost we needed. Now across the board, missile velocity is increased. The damage buff is from 2.9% to 6.7%. The explosion velocity and the radius tweaks makes missiles track better. The theoretical range adjusted so that you actually hit speedy targets. Some quick highlights is small rapid missiles have +2.9% damage, large torpedoes have 6.7% damage and 4,000 meters per second. The capital torps have +5.2%, smaller boom radius and better velocity. But of course, with speed comes shorter flight time. Now they also fixed on Mordor's ships, the Garmor, the Orthos, the Barghest, missile flight time nerfed from 50 to 40%. The missile flight speed is buffed 150%. So they snipe even further. The construction and implant tweaks are minimum materials efficiency for building is 25%. No more weird 20% waste builds from bugged blueprints. The implant endurance modules now require you to deactivate the module before switching implants. So no more mid-combat implant swaps like your Tony Stark. The Cosmic Anomaly has more elites, faster encounter and less waiting. The Azure Vault region, if there is no SOV structure, no siege bases will spawn. The elites will show up more often in siege bases. The Relic skirmishes, the weakened Waste Seekers have faster LP farming, less disruption, faster kills and more dopamine. The Gravity Trap capturers, now constructible weekly. Magnetic is 1 time a week and mineral is 3 times a week. There is a 15-minute construction and no more delays. The nanocore packaging is now tonnage standardized. After 60 draws you are guaranteed a premium battleship nanocore, no reset, no trickery, just pain. And then reward. Bug fixes and optimizations is Lucent Moon and Enforcers now support AI core upgrades. The Capital Anomaly refresh timers now reset every Sunday. They have also fixed the Navy carriers sneaking into sleeper sanctuaries. So what do I think? I think missile users just became monsters. Mordu ships are going to be everywhere once again. Janjang modules got a real buff, so not sure I'm gonna fly that anyway. The builders and industrialists can breathe easier. The insurance, the market, the gravity trap waiting times. This is a quietly huge update. It's not flashy like new ships or quantum modules, but it's the kind of groundwork that shapes the meta for the next few months. It is time to refit and refight, and maybe reinsure that Barghest that you said you never undock again. Thank you so much for liking this video and commenting that I should keep doing this. I'm achieved and I see you guys again.